Senior Jayla Bostic is used to the question, so how did you get into throwing? She's always stood out among female throwers, and not just because of her brightly colored nails, her done-up makeup, and her done-up hair, but because of her natural ability that landed her at the University of Florida. From a young age, Bostic dabbled in almost every sport imaginable, from cheerleading to volleyball to softball. She started track in middle school and even competed in the sprinting events. By her junior year at Palm Beach Central High School in South Florida, Bostic realized she had talent in throwing and stuck with it.
We've always been athletic, so I just had a natural ability. I had never really been coached. So when I actually got to the University of Florida and had Coach Lemke, who's established, it made it like, okay, I can really do this.
When Florida coach Steve Lemke recognized Bostic's raw talent and brought her into the Gator program, he had to coach her to compete in totally different events, the weight and hammer throws. But what she's brought to the track and field team goes beyond her athletic ability.
She's got a big personality. She just fills the room with her personality. She's fun to have at practice every day. It's going to be different next year when she's gone, that's for sure. She doesn't really ever have a bad day, so she's very upbeat, and that sort of permeates throughout the group. So she can really bring the whole group up if people are having off days. It's just she's a positive influence when she's out there.
Bostic's older brother John is currently a linebacker for the New England Patriots, but was a Florida Gator before that. Looking up to John, who's only 2 years older than her, Bostic saw what it took to be a Division I athlete and to be a student athlete at the University of Florida. Now a redshirt senior, having graduated with her bachelor's degree in health science on the pre-medicine track, Bostic is taking classes for a master's degree in health education behavior. With aspirations to become a pediatrician from a young age, Bostic, with the firm encouragement of her parents, who both have doctorate degrees, has always been focused on the studious side of being a student athlete despite its challenges.
I think the hardest part is when you're trying to study after practice in the weight room and your classes. I am tired. As soon as I look at the books, I'm just like, almost going to sleep. So you have to force yourself to do it. But at the end of the day, I do want to be in the medical field, and I want to be some type of physician.
But Bostic doesn't just see success in the throwing cage and in the classroom. Her involvement extends beyond that. She's involved with the Florida Cicerones, the official ambassadors to the University of Florida, a role in which she helps host potential student athletes, as well as her involvement with the Student Athlete Advisory Council and volunteering. And if that isn't enough to fill up her calendar, she's also studying for the MCAT to apply for medical schools in the coming year.
I think it's good to do well in your sport, but it's also good to, do well academically, and just that overall growth as a student and a person in school, I think I have more opportunity when I'm not just specifically focusing on track.
Now in her 5th year, Bostic is only able to compete during the outdoor season. She and Lemke both agree it has helped her grow immensely to just focus on the hammer throw.
At first I was a little sad because I'm like, I want to travel with my team, and I love that event, but I've had a lot more time and work to really just perfect the hammer, and it's shown so far in outdoor season.
Oh, it's been a huge benefit not to have to compete indoors. She liked indoors, she liked throwing the weight, and that always was a detriment to the outdoor season because it took a while to get that out of the system. Even though it looks like the same event, it's definitely different, and looks like a different person because we haven't had to have that time to transfer over from the weight to the hammer.
The Gators will look to Bostic to notch high marks at the SEC Outdoor Championships in mid-May. And with the ability to hone in on that hammer throw, Bostic surely has her sights set on competing on the national stage later in June. For Gator Zone, I'm Kelly Price.